So, as you know, today as well, I would like to congratulate everyone today for joining us because, I know today is a very tempting day to go out and have fun with your family and anything. But, we're here to deepen our faith in Alcantara, so I hope we can do so together. As you know, Master has given more than 3,000 lectures, and one of the lectures we'll be studying today is about the spiritual message from Napoleon Hill. I think you're familiar with this spiritual message. It also came out as a book. This one. And he's published almost 3,000 books. And as of last week, I believe, he's given over 1,200 spiritual messages. And also 23 films. And the next one, which is coming out, is called Into the Dreams and Horror Experiences is the title. We'll talk about it more soon. And as you know, he's been producing lots and lots of music as well for us to be able to feel what's the art or what's this vibration is like in the heavenly world. Okay. So today I chose the topic, spiritual growth and success. So, one of the main message today is going to be, of course, the spiritual world do exist and how it's really connected to our success in this world as well. So it may sound too simple or basic, but in this simple basic teachings, there are maybe Mimi-san's cell phone. I don't know. It's okay. It sounded like echoing. My voice is echoing, but please enjoy. Okay. So yeah. First, I would like you to watch or listen to the song. It's called "The World of Mystery." Is one of the songs from the new movie coming out in August, the Into the Dreams. And after that, I will be talking about the shadows of the spirits, accumulation, the importance of accumulation of realizations, and what makes difference between the true leaders and fake leaders from one of the master's book, and so on. Okay, so yeah. So as you can see, it's a little tiny. I apologize, but this is the visual from the movie. And this song talks about how real this spiritual world is from the heavenly world's view. And it's a little fun. I shouldn't say funny, but interesting. So, okay, please listen to it.
たならこの世の人たちは驚愕するに違いないのよ。あなたと彼とのキスを見ている人が何十人もいるなんて信じられるかな。君と彼女が夫婦になってほしいと次に子供で生まれてくる魂が願って雲の上から祈り続けてるなんて。どうして想像ができるでしょうか。レインボーブリッジを渡ってる時にも月島を歩いてる時にも東京湾をクルーズしている時にも遥かな世界から見下ろしてる目がある。温かく優しい愛に満ちたその目が神の代わりに地上の人たちも不思議の世界へ誘い続ける。本当のことを信じきることよ。それが真実ならば素直に受け入れてただまっしぐらにその道を駆け抜けるのよ。神様不思議の世界をくださって本当にありがとう。ありがとうありがとうありがとう。
Great. How was it? Who's looking forward to this movie? Do you like horror movies? No. Same here, but we'll watch it together, so we'll be okay. And it's created by Alcantara, so it should be, shouldn't be too scary. I hope. August 27th. It's not gonna be in the theaters, but we'll be able to watch it at the temples. That's in October. Yeah. So last year we showed just last year. Oh, echo. It's echoing. Anyway, okay. Last year we showed the miracle movies, right? Some movies on in the age of 奇跡を感じよ in Japanese. It was about the documentary movie on how people overcame their illnesses, cancers with faith, right? Is my voice coming from my computer? Let me Is it still echoing? Okay, let's continue. So yeah, let's go over the lyrics a little bit. Not yet this. So Master said, "Can you believe there are dozens of souls watching from above? Just when you're on a date with your boyfriend, kissing in the dark, can you imagine a soul in heaven making a wish for you to marry your girlfriend? Because that soul wants to be your next child in this world." So apparently there are many, many audience over our each one of us life. And apparently, as you know, we all choose our parents, where we want to be born into. So maybe maybe we were waiting our parents to, get married and have us so we can be born at this miraculous age. So yes, the spiritual world do exist. And I think we can learn that from this song as well. Okay. Oh, and about before going to the next part, who remembers your dream very well? No. Yeah, I usually don't. I remember maybe like once a week. That's it. But then before, I didn't remember anything. But after someone's advice, this worked for me, so I'm gonna share it. I started to take notes every morning. If I wake up, when I wake up, and if I remember something, I try to, even a word or a sentence, I try to write it. And sometimes I go back to sleep. So sometimes what I write really doesn't make any sense, but there are hints. So I can, because I try to write it down, I remember even more, or it gives me the hint for me to be able to remember. So maybe before you watch the movie, please try it if you want to try, remembering your dreams. But recently, Master has given lots of readings on his dreams. And many times, even, I mean, I shouldn't say even Master, but, he has some, he watched some dreams, and in the morning he remembers it, so he tells Miss Shio, his wife. But then when he does spiritual reading on it with the help of high spirit, like Edgar Casey, the true message behind the dream is really different. So I think that can apply to us too. Even if we have a dream, you might, let's say I was a president of the United States, I don't know, and then, oh my God, I'm gonna become a president someday. That's my future. I mean, you can think that way if you're really positive, but if you really think about it, it's very difficult. So even if you have a dream, it can mean very differently, and it can be related to your state of mind too. So yeah, I think you all know this, but just just in case. Okay, so let's move on. So there's a spiritual message from Joseph Murphy given by Master Ryuho Okawa. In this book, he said, "Don't think body and soul. Soul is everything. The body is the shadow of the soul." Ryuho Okawa already taught about that. You are reading every day regarding this truth, right? I think he meant about the true words spoken by Buddha here. And then you must think that you, yourself, is the mind itself. The body is just a shadow. Don't think too much about the shadow. Your real self or real body is your soul. So this here, the body is us, but the soul and also our mind is the true self. And the shadow, meaning everything that we can visually see with our own eyes, are the shadows. Okay. So about this, as you know, in the true words spoken by Buddha, there's a sentence, right? Okay. No, the shadow is. Anyway, I think you know which sentence. So let's watch Master's lecture on this part. how he explained about the sentence, which he will also mention. Please watch. It's about 5 minutes.
The children of Buddha became real human beings. The children of Buddha became real human beings. It's the same thing, but repeatedly I said this. The children of Buddha became real human. If you understand that you are the children of Buddha, you can be real human beings. It means so. Buddha's nature, if you can find Buddha's nature in you, you can be the children of Buddha. And it means you became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. Real human beings, it's not false human beings. False human beings means human beings who are not confident in belief, and or in God or in Buddha, live ascetically or like the Marxist people. It's a false human being. But real human beings have spirituality. It means real human beings understand what spirituality and feel something spiritual every day. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. These are strong repeat about what is the spirits means. Spirits are immortal powers. It means your real existence are not such kind of things who are broken in this world and disappear in this world. You have eternal lives, and it means you have immortal powers. You never die in real meaning. You cannot die in real meaning. You have eternal lives. The spirits are immortal forces. This is also the strong words. Immortal forces. You have forces. Forces means spiritual power, like you are thinking or your prayer or your desire for accomplishment of yourself to the Buddha road. And the spirits are real entities. Yeah, indeed, the spirit is a real entity. Entity means what here it is. This is the entity. It means your bodies are not your real entities. What in your body and you cannot see, but in the spiritual eyes you can see and understand. It's a spirit and it's your real entity. It means so. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirits. Physical bodies, yeah. Your bodies in this three-dimensional world are the shadows of the spirits. This is a strong word. Oh, you can see only the shadows in this world. You can identity yourself from your physical body, which are seen in the mirror, but it's not real you. Your physical body is shadows of the spirits.
Thank you so much. So let's quickly go over what he said. So he said, the children of Buddha became real, sorry for the spelling, real human beings. The spirits are immortal. Yeah, the spirits are immortal powers, the spirits are immortal forces, and the spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirits. So he said, we all, in essence, are the spirits, and that spirit, it has the immortal powers and immortal forces. And this body is not the real entity, but our souls are the real entities. And what we can see visually, or this body as well, is only a shadow. Whatever we think, or whatever we manifest within our minds, will be realized, or will be materialized sometime on our bodies, or among our human relations. With the great people, or anything that makes you happy, and that will enrich our life. And he said, keep on accumulating riches in your mind, and your mind will become like a magnet. So essentially, our mind is like a magnet. That's why, first of all, we recite this every day to clean it, because magnet is always attracting something. So once in a while, you need to get rid of what's important and what's not. You can, well, if you've played with magnet before. So what enriches our soul? How can we become wealthy, or be successful in our life? Is the only way is to gain, in a spiritual or religious term, gain higher enlightenment. In other words, or with Napoleon Hill's explanation, he said the importance of accumulating realizations. So let's watch his lecture excerpt on this part. Oh yeah, I had the slide. So yeah, wealth is richness of the mind. Keep on accumulating riches in your mind, and your mind will turn into a magnet, attracting and gathering the wealth of the world. Okay.
今のお話を伺っていまして、少し基本的な質問になってしまうのかもしれませんが、心についてですね、実際現代では学校でも心は何なのかというのは学びませんし、心は実体を伴ったものではありませんので、心といってもですね、心がわからない。今のお話ですと思考ですとかアイディアという言葉に置き換えられていたんですけれども、禅の一点語で結構なんですけれども、心がわからない人、若者に対して博士でしたらどのようにアドバイスされますでしょうか。
でもね、いや、人はね、だから幸福になるか不幸になるか、やっぱり選択できると思うんですよ。だから、その選択の結果、積み重ねがやっぱり、その未来の姿になると思うんですよね。だから私だったら、9歳で、実母と死別していますけれども、たまたまその継母、後に来てくれたお母さんがいい人でね、で、ぐれてダメになってしまいそうな、私をいい方向に導いてくれたので、感謝に絶えないんですけど、で立ち直ることができたしね。だから心の思いの方向性でね、もしママ母で来られた方がそのシンデレラいじめたお母さんみたいな人だったらちょっと大変だったと思うけど、いいお母さんに恵まれたのでそうだった、そういうことで、立ち直ることができたし、またこう正規の学問勉強してるわけじゃないけど、いろんな知識に対する知識欲っていうものも、教えてもらったし、カーネギーアンドル・カーネギーさんにやった時も、カーネギーさん自身も不思議だったと思うけども、今の学歴主義のアメリカですけど、学歴もない、カーネギーがなんで大富豪になれたのか、要するに、自分より優秀な人を使えたからだと、彼自身は思っているわけだけども、魂の力でしょうね、結局ね。彼の持っている練り上げてきた魂の力っていうか、心の力が、大勢の人がリーダーとして師として仰ぐようなものがあったからついてきたんでしょうね。そうしないと何十万もの人を使えるような人にはなれないでしょうね。だから、日々経験するものの中から、作品をどうやって選び取っていくかということだろうと思うんでね。で、作品じゃなくて石ころの方、石ころや、砂利の方を選び取っているようだったら、心の中はもうゴミ捨て場みたいになっていくだろうね。だけどその中から作品がやっぱり一日のうちにも作品はあるわけよ。1ヶ月すればもっとある。1年すればもっとある。その作品が溜まっていって、それが10年、20年いったら相当なものになって、やっぱり、金としても富豪になれるようなものになる。そういうもんだよね。だから一日のうちの気づきの蓄積は大事なこと。心はないっていう方もあるかもしれんけども、心って見えないじゃないかと。これは全問答みたいだけど見えないかもしれないけど、しかし心は見えないとしても、気づきってあるでしょと。毎日毎日に気づきっていうのがあるでしょと。そのあなたに気づきがありませんか。一日中振り返ってみて気づきってありませんかって。朝から起きて一日過ごす気づく。今は日本も冬だから朝から寒い、すごい寒い朝で、冬の朝ですね。でナポレオンヒルの霊言が行われる。でたまたまあなた方ご質問者3人ぐらい出てる。向こうでカメラ撮ってるのも2人いるね。これ質問してる3人とカメラで撮ってる2人が大金持ちになるわけや。私の話はこれインチキだと決めつけることは可能です。そうです。あなた方はお金持ちにならない可能性があります。サラリーマンとしてはある程度収入は得られるかもしれんが、お金持ちにはならないかもしれない。なんだナポレオンヒルの魂は映らんけれどもが中にオカリオ先生に入って喋った言葉を直接聞いて質問して映像を撮って、なんだ1億円もたまらんのかと。 大したことないんじゃないかと、そういうような見方を否定的にする人もいることはいるだろう。そういう見方でする人から見りゃ、もうナポレオンヒルなんて詐欺師の仲間だっていう言い方もあるだろう。しかしこの冬の寒い朝からですね、この話を聞いているうちに、振り返ってみてちょっと見落としてた部分が自分としてはあったなと、こういう考え方に変えないと自分は良くないなと思って、何か気づきがあればあなた方の人生は今日から変わり始める、その気づきの連続が大きく自分を変えていくことに。
Thank you so much. So let's go over quickly. He mentioned, the result of repeatedly choosing one or the other will determine who they become in the future. Napoleon thinks that Carnegie became very successful because of the power of his soul, the power of his mind, which he had cultivated over a long period. It is fundamentally a question of how to pick out gold dust from among your daily experiences. The accumulation of realizations throughout the day is important. So, what is gold dust? I think this can be measured by how we are progressing. Even if we are, paying attention to the realizations and feeling like, oh, I learned something today as well. I'm like, oh, I had a great enlightenment today. Wow, I must be a mini god, or anything you can think. But then, if your life is not changing as you desire, like for maybe a certain period of time, let's say 5 years, 10 years, I'm still struggling with something, but I still have realization. And then maybe I need to think, maybe you need to look into more deeply about your realizations. So I think in order to truly be able to gain as much as we want to from the one same environment or everything that we are given already, it's important to also keep learning master's teachings, but also by praying, receiving, we can receive guiding from our guardian spirits so that, we can receive a different kind of realization by like inspiration, for instance, So there are many, we can go even deeper about this hint on realizations, I believe. Okay, and sorry, it's a little long, but here, what I wanted to share is in this, or from my understanding, he said about the differences between the real leaders and fake or false leaders. He said, there are big differences in how people lead in times of adversity. And in these situations, true leaders shine. While many people become frantic and think mostly about protecting themselves when they face tough problems, true leaders stay composed. No matter how misunderstood true leaders are, they carry on calmly through difficult times. While they wait for circumstances to improve, they continue to develop themselves so they will be prepared when the next opportunity to show their abilities comes along. So, even if we are trying to stay positive, paying attention to our small realizations every day, anything, but still we have some difficult times or feel like going through a slump, or, nothing works. Maybe, let's say you have some time situation like that. But true leaders, we can get hint from this, teaching is that true leaders, they won't be, they are stable even if they are going through some rough times, because they know their aspiration, they have higher goals, and they, in essence, here Master said, they are egoless. They don't care about how people think of you. They don't care about your selfish own like gaining from your work or anything. because they are selfless. They are not easily defeated, but they, as a total, they, try to progress each day. Does that make sense? So I think this mindset is important. Know your aspiration. Is it only for yourself, your own self success, or is it for the happiness for other people? Because when we have that, we can be like this true leader. When we truly aim for other people's success, or for a greater good, in other words, we can become as unshakable leaders. Lastly, I wanted to remind ourselves about the special ritual prayer that we conducted early this year. Do you remember? It's called the prayer to raise your luck to make fortunes. And there were 3 points Master mentioned. Oh, by the way, if you don't have that card anymore, we have a lot in the back, so please feel free to take a few for yourself, okay? First, there are 3 points, he said. First, build a healthy body and make lifestyle habits that are good for your body. Second, maintain a bright and positive attitude. Think positively and constructively on everything. The third, believe in Alcantara. Believe with utmost confidence that your prayer and the power of the mind will transform into physical reality. Faith in the Lord is a straight path to raise your luck to make fortunes. Believe, make a plan, and you shall be given. This make a plan part is actually came from a different lecture that Master gave in a different lecture, but I added this because he mentioned it in this sentence, the exact same sentence. And the other one was prayer to acquire extra dimensional power. This is the Kigan that many people after taking this experiences miracles. And one essence from this prayer is, he said, we will keep imagining ourselves to be more spiritual and to be more powerful. As Master said, our spirits are immortal forces. It has immortal powers, and we need to strengthen our, here, as he said, the power to imagine ourselves to be more spiritual, more powerful. So let's continue doing that. And because today we have a Kigan, we're finishing earlier and it's already past noon. I feel like I just started, but thank you so much for listening today's lecture. One last message. There's a spiritual message from, I think this was guided by Napoleon Hill as well. He said, don't aim at getting money. Instead, seek for happiness of many other people. This will lead to infinite prosperity for you. Okay, so let's keep imagining ourselves to be more spiritual and more powerful, and work for Alcantara and for our happiness and others' happiness. That's the message from me today. Thank you so much. And after this, we will, from 12:15-ish, we will start the monthly ritual prayers. So please join. Okay, thank you so much. Let's take a bow.